There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations...
Can he finish? Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the game's first significant moment. He's going for goal! Now it's Mbappe. Nakata. And he's on a charge. Rijkaard. Nantes finding their passes. Now it's Mbappe. Calhanoglu. Now it's Hazard. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Hazard. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Mbappe! Oh, well played. It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Nantes are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt...
He's had a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Benfica really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Oh, that's superb.
Benfica are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Hazard. De Jong is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. This looks promising. Hazard, oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Roberto Carlos. And it's Calhanoglu. Can he get onto this? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Calhanoglu. Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. Conte. Now it's Cruyff. Calhanoglu. Great vision. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. De Jong.
That's going in strongly.
Nakata. And it's Hazard. And this is Batistuta. And claimed it back swiftly. Cruyff. Calhanoglu. Nice sequence of passes, this. Ball played for Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Batistuta. And here's the chance to counter. De Jong. Done delicately. Pavard makes the interception. Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Looking tidy in possession here. Knocks it into space. That'll be a throw-in. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Can he get on the end of this? Haaland! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Batistuta. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruyff. That pass has been well intercepted. Nakata. And here's Batistuta. Mohamed Salah. Made out to the left flank. Now it's Hazard. Here's Haaland. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's onside. And the cross comes in. And we hit half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Benfica really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Veuillez vous munir des billets qui vous ont été remis avant d'accéder aux tribunes. Attention, changement.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Benfica come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Valverde. Valverde carries the ball down the right. And here's Valverde. And this is Batistuta. Decent chance! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Now it's Mohamed Salah, and the counter is on. Now it's Hazard. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, important interception. Nakata has found the net here, of course. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Batistuta is flagged offside. Conte. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Benfica do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Dunk. Hazard. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nantes have reclaimed it. Roberto Carlos. Oh, well measured. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Roberto Carlos. And they're back on the ball again. Puskas. Hazard. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hazard! He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Hazard with the delivery. Gets his head on it! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Changement. Le numéro 20. Hazard.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 15.
A case now of complete control.
Le numéro
Oh,
18.
now here's an interesting
Le
matchup.
numéro 17. Le numéro
Puskas.
3. Le numéro 12.
Now this could be a
Changement
chance.
court.
Chance! It's there! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Benfica give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. That's really well manoeuvred. Costa Curta wins the duel this time. Conte. It's a really well measured ball. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Threads one in. Tries to pass it through. Chance for a shot! Played out towards the right wing. Pinches it off him. Gabriel. De Jong. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. De Jong. That's a nicely shaped ball. And this is Van Basten. Benfica can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Puskas. Oh, good spread. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, played through for the wide man. Doku is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. Spread out to the left.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Scholes. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that will be the final act. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's found a way past. He's through and all alone. Great chance. Goal! Benfica! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now. And here's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for the run. Benfica leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now it's Scholes. And no, that was never going to make it. Conte. Looking for options for movement. Now the ball in. Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Played out to the right. Bellingham. He's in space and looking for options. Rice gets across to intercept that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get on the end of this? Big chance! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Vinicius Junior clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
And that is high.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they've got a throw. Serginho has it in a wide position. Short changes him with that pass. But decent chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Pavard. Foden. Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. And the shot! Goal! Benfica! And again they hit the front. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Benfica get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance, surely! Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Beckenbauer. Roberto Carlos. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Hakimi does really well to win the ball there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Gets into some space. He's picked his way through. Danger averted for now. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's with the keeper. Vinicius Junior.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de
Pavard.
compensação.
Foden. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto Carlos. Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that is asking for trouble. And we hit half-time. Benfica are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Second period then underway. Hakimi. Looking to play him in. It's a goal kick. Pavard. There will be a throw-in. Now, can they get him away? Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Kaka. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Foden. Rice. Well, that is one way to stop him. Can he get it through? That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. And he's in on goal. Chance! Goal! Benfica! And they get themselves in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Benfica take the lead. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He has found a way through. Vinicius Junior's cross. And a chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Kaka probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Roberto Carlos. Rice. Plays a sharp little ball here. Foden. Here's Scholes. Mbappe. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 19. Está a proceder
it's
para uma
Hakimi.
substituição.
Aimed beyond the defence. Cross to the back post. He gets big. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And they've got rid. Bellingham. Batistuta. Oh, easy pickings there. Benfica are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rice looking to add to his goal. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest...
Real chance! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Número 10.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Rice. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Pedri. Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. And that's going to be a goal kick. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position, cover the spaces. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's going to go a long way. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Kimmich. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. And here's Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite... It's Hazard! And there's the first shot on goal. Calhanoglu. Benfica, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Rijkaard. Rivaldo. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
Foden! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. That has not gone well. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
The ball has bounced loose now. Kimmich. Hazard. That's an imaginative pass.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He's free. And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect.
Big chance! It's in! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
El anotador, convertido en el minuto 29, número 19.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a cute ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Roberto Carlos. Calhanoglu. Now Foden has a look and plays it forward. Passes short and sharp. Messi. Played through into space. Hazard is in a really good position out wide.
Benfica truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Out towards the flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
It's Roberto Carlos! Azar. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Messi. Good driving. Messi! And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Çalhanoğlu, and that has put paid to that. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he shoots! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And now he has... And that'll be the last act of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Messi.
And we're underway again.
Número 22.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack
Takes a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Can he get on the end of this? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Looking to play him in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pavard. Conte. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Mohamed Salah gets over and intercepts. Passing nice and neat. Lovely. Now then, can he finish? They've scored! And the second half is off to a flyer.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Gol del
Benfica get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now. Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment at least.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. And Pavard. Adams. Beckenbauer. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely wet. He's had a shot! He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 11.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
We have ourselves a real game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to...
Shot a goal! Goal! Benfica! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Benfica get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Saliba makes the interception. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Pass is just off target. Benfica have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. Pavard. Here's Scholes. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Just about up to 75 minutes. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Mbappe. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he can clear it away. Oh, terrible pass. He can run onto that. Goes for a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rijkaard. Rivaldo, a player who needs no introduction.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Foden. No, it's come to nothing. Saliba. Chance! He has done it! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 24.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Entran
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Pavard. And it's Roberto Carlos. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Done delicately. Pavard. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And he's gone looking for safety. Pavard kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a little off target. And there goes the final whistle. Benfica have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Mbappe, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.